I'm Anita of My Chicken Eye Podcast, and wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a wonderful day. And if you're seeing the show for the very first time and you like the show, please subscribe, like, and share, and hit the notification bell so when an episode comes out, you will be the first to know. And be sure after watching the show to hit the like button to get this algorithm going. I don't know if you guys noticed, got a huge influx of subscribers. I think in one shot, I think I got like 6,000 at a time, and I had a viral video, a short, and ever since I got all of those subscribers, my my videos are not being sent out. I know you guys get it, you guys get it, but it's not going out to everybody. I just noticed a dip in the amount of viewership. I don't know if YouTube is like looking at, oh, something might be wrong or something like that. God knows, but I'm just going to continue doing my show as usual. And I just thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. And I appreciate reading your comments. They are enjoyable to read. So thank you so much for your time. Really and truly appreciate it. So, yeah, another thing that is coming up. If you guys notice, I have switched my my background. I changed up. You can see my new setup right now. I used to be in my attic. That's where I have my sheet in, my girl space, and I've come back down to my bedroom because it's easier for me when I'm leaving in the morning and I'm going to work, which is very early. It's easy for me to record my show before I leave because I don't have to go somewhere else and do it. I do it right there. And as I said, I love us one floor house. Unfortunately, my house is not one floor. If I had to do it, I would always have a one floor. They call it a ranch, right? That's what I would have. But when you live in New York, real estate is very expensive. Space, for matter of fact, is very hard to obtain. You're literally living on top of people and what have you. So that's how it is. Wish I was somewhere out. Let's see. I don't know. I haven't thought of another place to stay yet outside of New York. Isn't that something? Oh, somewhere I would love to go. I'd love to go to Hawaii for sure. But I do love my island because I'm from there. But Hawaii, it reminds me of where I'm from. So yes, and tell me another state that is like where I'm from, the Caribbean. Maybe I would want to go. California is nice. The weather is nice. California is very expensive to live in, just like New York. I was just very lucky that I came here to New York. I was about 16 years old when I came here. And, the way that you can get things right now, like for example, I was able to get this house that I'm living in, and I bought this house. But if it's today, I would not be able to afford this house. I was just very lucky and determined, my children really drove me. And the thing about it is that when you come from a house, the apartment living is kind of weird. You want your own four walls. So that's where I am. But I'm down here and I'm getting ready to go back to work. It's going to be a very interesting year for me. Last year, I didn't tell you guys, it was a very, very, very hard teaching year. I suffered, but I made it through, and I'm here and I'm rejuvenated and I'm ready to go back. Don't know what I'm going back to. It's a new group of kids every year, and I just don't know But one thing that makes it challenging this year is that I have to take my little boy to school first. So I have to leave at 6:45 and I take him to his school, drop him off. He goes to the cafeteria. He's gonna stay there, and then after that I'm gonna come back to my house and I am going to pack up my car, and then I'm gonna take the train because they've been working on the highway now forever, and the work looks like it's just not finishing, and the traffic is congested, and I'm not going to put myself through that. If I do drive, it takes just about an hour and a little. If I do drive, it's going to take me a very long time, and I'm going to be late, and I don't want to get in trouble, because after, you've been late a couple of times, get a ride up for that. So I'm not going to mess myself up this year. So guys, I always ask you all to pray for me, give me strength and courage, and yes, that's what I need. It's not easy being a teacher, and especially in the public school system in, urban area. It's very hard. So, yes, pray for me. So, anyways, let me start the show. I was waiting for a while to talk about the show because I didn't want to spoil it for anybody, one. And I said I was going to do, a quiz or trivia on the Invictus, Heart of the Invictus, but I decided it was not a good thing. I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, how can I do a trivia on, the show? It would be like giving away what is in the show. I was thinking, oh, do a trivia after, but no, I shouldn't do that. Let the show run its course. Let people go ahead and watch it. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. And besides, I want as many people watching it as possible. So I am not even going to touch it. One thing I want to do is just talk about how emotional it was for me watching, the different episodes. It was heart-wrenching. I cried. I was sad. Two people that really, that really made, that got to me was Gabe and what is his name? Na. Na was from South Korea, and Gabe is an American, and it was just so touching. And Gabe, I just wanted to give him a hug like a mom and tell him, somebody loves him out here. I just feel, oh my, it was rough watching it. It was rough because you feel for these people, you feel for what they're going through. And one of the things that I took from, watching the different episodes is that no matter how bad you think you have it, somebody has it worse than you. And stop complaining and count your blessings. And for a matter of fact, name them one by one. Because there's so many people out there in the world that have so many bigger issues than the little things like I just talked about a while ago. Traffic. What is traffic? When you have those types of mental issues to deal with, when you have lost your limbs and you are traumatized, by your experiences, and it's just it was just riveting. That's what the word I would like to use, riveting. um, and many of these people, particularly Gabe, when they go into the military, and even Harry himself, he had his own trauma. Harry had his trauma of, the death of his mother. Gabe had other traumas, abuse. And, people who normally go off to the military like that, they sometimes it's an escape for them. So now they have the trauma that they had before they went to the military, and what they were trying to escape from, they now have to endure more trauma, to put more trauma on their already traumatic life. And yes, without giving much away, I saw a lot of that. And Na from South Korea, he's the story of his daughter and just his life in general. It really gives you hope. It's like he's doing what he's doing, but he's not only doing it for himself, he's doing it for his daughter as well. You know something? I was just thinking there, and I'm somebody, I don't know if, well, you guys already see that I have a happy disposition, but I talk to everybody. I try to make people feel special. I try to make people feel happy. Those are the things that I try to do in my life. I don't care what stage you are in life, what socioeconomic background, what trauma that you have experienced. I try to be kind to people, because kindness goes such a long way. And guys, I sound very emotional. You cannot come out of watching these 5 episodes and for them not to have an impact on your life, for you not to feel what these people were experiencing. It was just heart-wrenching, and at the same time it felt so uplifting. I just had a lot of emotions watching the docuseries, and I feel like supporting Harry and Meghan for all these years, watching Harry being part of this show and bringing this to the public and being such a support for these individuals, these servicemen and women who, some of them, their trauma is external. You can see it, like those who lost limbs. You can see their external trauma, but there are a lot of them who have invisible trauma, things that you cannot see. And it's just a blessing that Harry had the wisdom and the mindset to be able to bring these people together. And I'm not talking about these 6 individuals that were followed. I'm talking about the whole Invictus family that are being helped because of the Invictus Games. These people, as I said over and over, the Invictus Games are giving them purpose in their life. Take Gabe. Gabe says he lives in pain. You know, one of the people that were being followed, you know, one of the people's that their story was being brought to us. He lives in constant pain, but it's when he has things to do and he's busy that he can live with the pain that he has. And this is just one story. He has a lot of nerve pain because he lost his whole arm, and he has a lot of nerve pain. So if this is Gabe's story and his experience and what he's going through, I can just imagine that so many of them, so many of the participants at the various Invictus Games, they're going through the very same thing, and my heart goes out to them. It is just the little issues and the little problems that we have in life is nothing compared to what these people are going through and what they have to overcome. And one of the things that I cannot tell you how it was so important that Harry had a background in mental health, and he had a background in the military, because he can identify, and you see it throughout the docu-series. He can identify with the young men and women, and you know, the mental health component. You know, the thing about it is that though, you know, many of them, you know, they're missing their limbs, and you know, as I said, not only they have these physical injuries, they also have emotional and psychological injuries that we cannot see. They have all of this mental health issue that has to be addressed, that goes beyond their injuries, or you know, they're the cause of their experiences. The mental health issues that they're experiencing are the cause of their injuries and their experiences. And some of those injuries and their mental health can lead them in such disastrous places, even when, and I don't want to give too much away, even when people are rooting them on and they have support, they still have these things that are pulling them, that are trying to bring them down and pull them into an unhealthy place. But what the Invictus family and community does is that it provides all those mental health support. And you must say, God bless Harry. And on particularly today, the anniversary of Diana's death, she would have been so proud of Harry. She would have. Harry is definitely a child after his mother, for sure. Absolutely. That was Diana's legacy That is her legacy. That's what people know her for. And here her child is doing the same thing, using sport as a way to heal. And those injuries and the trauma that these people are going through, it is not easy. It is certainly not easy. It is not a small feat. It is tremendous. But it's beautiful to see that these people are getting the support they need and how they are healing through sport. As Harry said, sports can do so many things for you. I listed some the last time. Helps you to organize, helps your physical self, your emotional self, your psychological self. So much. God bless Harry. It was just amazing. I don't want to give too much away. I feel like I want to talk about those individuals, but I just don't want to spoil anything for anybody. Another thing again that was powerful in that docu-series was, here we are seeing individuals with the side effects or the aftermath of their experiences in the military. We're seeing what these veterans had to go through, but it was also riveting at the same time with this other individual, this lady, this paramedic, paramedic, that was actually showing us in Ukraine, with the Ukraine and the Russian war, what really happens during war and how it could be so traumatic for people. So it's just amazing how these two different parts came together. One, you see the aftermath of it, and here on the other hand, you are seeing in real time the effects of war and the effect that it has on people. So that was powerful to see. It was just powerful to see. You must go ahead and watch Heart of Invictus. It's on Netflix. And I think Netflix, how much I pay? I used to pay $17, and I think they raised it now to $21 a month. Yes, but even just to watch the show, it's worth that. It's worth that $21 for sure. Yes. So go ahead and watch it. Powerful. Oh my goodness. Just amazing. I just wish all these people the best, and I hope that they continue to heal, because look at Harry. He's 38 now. What happened to him, as he said, was since he was 12 years old, and he's 38 years and he's still dealing with it. And it wasn't until his later life that that he confronted his trauma. So I could just imagine that these individuals, there's it's not something that's just gonna go away like that. They have to they have to continue dealing with it, And what is beautiful is that they get into tools. They have tools in their toolbox to deal with all of their trauma and their mental health issues. So that's good. Now, having said all of that, I want to go over some of the reviews. And, you know, I was looking at the UK papers to see what they had to say about, Heart of Invictus. And I didn't see much. Of course, they were never going to talk about it because, of course, it's Harry and Meghan who, they don't like. So, yeah. So I didn't expect much from them. But overall, the ratings are wonderful. The Evening Standard, it gave Heart of Invictus 4 stars out of 5, which is very good. Thinking Harry's the first time producer, although Orlando von Ice is an Oscar award recipient, as well as Joanna Natisigara. They are, they are huge players in the world of documentaries. Yeah, The Heart of Invictus, the reviews are very, very good. So The Guardian, it also gave it 4 stars out of 5, which is very good. Yes. I was reading a review from CNN, and it says here, there are moments in Heart of Invictus where one has to be pretty heartless not to get a bit choked up, okay? And it's hard to question that its heart is in the right place. So definitely what they're essentially saying is that Harry cares about the men and women that are part of the Invictus family. The Telegraph, don't expect anything from them. They were always going to be negative, okay? Because they have those reporters there that are not nice. The Times gave it 4 stars out of 5, which is very good. And what I want to do is to look at some of the reviews. I also make sure to go ahead and rate, Heart of Invictus on Netflix as well. I give it 2 thumbs up because I thought it was good, not because I like Harry and Meghan. I just thought that it was powerful, it was real, and the people and them that we're seeing could be anybody that you know. Okay? And it gives you, it just gives you hope, and it makes you feel like, put your chin up. What do you have to complain about? Okay? So, yeah. So, just beautiful reviews on this site, the IMDb. That's the Internet Movie Database where people leave reviews, and a lot of the reviews there were 10 out of 10. People loved it, and people praised it. One person who gave it a 10 said, Orlando von Ice-Edel does it again. Orlando von Ice-Edel and his team have done it again. The White Helmets documentary won an Oscar for Orlando in 2016. You will find all that great filmmaking and storytelling talent here. The 6 international soldiers' stories are poignant and inspirational and complex. It is impressive how the Invictus Games use sport as a way not only repeat, a way to not only rebuild and re-engage physically, but build community with true social friendships and supports. It also clearly lifts up families. It is clear why the Invictus Games has been a huge success. Kudos Prince Harry for being a catalyst in making this happen. This is great viewing, regardless if you know someone in the military. It is something we all should see. To all the Invictus Games participants, good luck. You are amazing. Let's go to the next one. It says amazing series, 10 out of 10. While those who hate Harry continue to review bomb this inspiring series, those of us who have family members who have served are immensely grateful for how Heart of Invictus puts a spotlight on the toil of war on individuals and their families. The scars are seen and unseen. And it's so heartwarming to see the welcoming and healing environment Invictus provides for all our servicemen and women and veterans. Gabe, Julia, and the three others whose stories were highlighted as some of the best of us. I cried and I laughed. Ultimately, I just had a sense of gratitude for the immense sacrifice made for us by those who wear the uniform. Great creators series. Another person again, 10 out of 10. Very moving and inspiring series. Person said I cried and cried, but not just because I was sad, but because I was moved. I wish the competitors nothing but the best in life. May they continue to show why the human spirit is truly so formidable. I wish I had even one ounce of their resilience their competitors possesses. These competitors possesses. Well done to everyone involved for making such a moving and inspiring series. To all those saying Harry has made it about himself, they obviously haven't bothered to watch the series. He has done well to us. He has done well to use his status to highlight others, and any criticism of him based on that is unfair. Brilliant, 10 out of 10. Brilliant documentary. It follows the preparation for the 2022 games, focusing on 6 competitors of varying personalities, disabilities, and character. I was so invested in their progress and impressed by the support system Invictus created around them. When Daryl was triggered by the fire, his anxiety coach was able to help him through his withdrawal. His triumphant, "I did it," after competing was heartwarming. Harry is central to the whole thing. The warmth and connection between him and the competitors and families was wonderful. Highly recommended for anyone with a heart. Anyone who downvotes is because Harry is in it needs help. Hey! Not a 10 out of 10. Somebody said it's brilliant. Showing true grit and humanity. Phenomenal series. Really highlights veterans and the obstacles they face. Also shows the work and determination it takes to put the games together. It's about far more than Prince Harry. His leadership shows, but the work of others is definitely highlighted. I love how athletes from around the world told their stories and showed their teammates. It's a very well done series. you can watch one or all of the episodes and get a true sense of the Invictus Games and everything behind them. It's a testimony to Harry and Netflix to put this together and donate the funds to the games. Absolutely. Well, another 10 out of 10 support for all veterans. That's the heading. It says, watching this documentary is so eye-opening to these men and women who have been injured. I lost track. I was thinking, I'm reading. Sorry, I'm reading and I'm thinking about the docu-series. I'm thinking about what I saw and I'm trying to envision what I'm reading. Sorry, I gotta start all over again. Oh my goodness, my mind wandered off into this is how you are affected by watching that docu-series. Okay, watching this docu-series and my mind wandered off into all of it. It says here, watching this documentary so eye-opening to these men and women who have been injured. Give their all is encouraging. I hope they all heal well. Lovely series. Shout out to Prince Harry and his team for working and having the patience with the veterans while shooting this documentary. Lovely, a must watch. Also remember to support the veterans in your country and community. True. As I watch and see the support the family and support team give, I can't imagine what they go through at home caring for their spouse and parents, especially when they're having an attack. It seems gut-wrenching, but hope is not lost. Yeah, and then let's look at this other one here. Sorry, I lost my place here. Yeah, that was the last one I saw. But if you go there on that site, the IMDb review site, if you go there, you will see all of these beautiful reviews and what people have to say. It's just amazing. Okay, so the IMDb is just a database of reviews for movies, film, podcasts, you name it. They put it out there. And yeah, and it's doing well. So proud of Harry. Really proud of those participants that we saw, and even all the supporting individuals that were in the docu-series. Proud of all of them, because it takes a village. One person cannot do it. It takes a village, as this person just said in that last review. You know, we got to see how it's put together and all the supporting, you know, all the supporting parts. Always nice to see. So I don't want to take too much of your time. Make sure you get an opportunity to watch it, and when you watch it, make sure to rate it. That's very important. I have to take my son to the doctor tomorrow, and it's late now, so I'm going to go off and rest myself. Also, I haven't forgotten you guys. I have that game ready. I'm not going to do it on the Invictus games. It's not fair, because I want people to go and watch it. What I'm not Invictus games, on Heart of the Invictus I was going to do it, but we're not going to do that. That would spoil things for people. What I'm going to do, we're going to do archetypes. We're going to do a trivia on archetypes. So brush up on your archetype trivia. It's going to be tomorrow at, I'm going to do it at 4 p.m. tomorrow. And remember when I did the Harry's interview watch on, it was on 60 Minutes, I did it right here. I got back my previous internet provider, which I had, and now I'm hoping that everything is going to work out, and then I got a support system that comes with it, so I think everything is going to be fine. They say be careful what you, well, they say you get what you pay for. So I had another provider and the internet wasn't strong, so but I wasn't really doing anything per se with the internet other than use my computer. But now that I have to live stream, I need a stronger service provider, which I return to. So I think tomorrow at 4 p.m. we're going to do our Invictus, no, not Invictus games, we're going to do archetypes instead. So brush up on your archetypes. There's going to be questions on all 12 episodes. I have the questions ready. I'm not going to show it to you guys, and you guys are going to see how I'm going to put on the trivia. The trivia is not like going to be like that. You guys are actually going to participate. So be prepared, you're going to be participating. Take care and bye.